I don't just train in zone 3, coach. I live there because it feels great. Oh, my legs burn, my ego soars, and my Strava looks sexy. But then there's my progress. Yeah, I always peak, I get sick, I lose motivation, and I end up flat as a pancake. You are not alone, my friend. Most cyclists over the age of 50 are also stuck there. The most addictive and, if you're not careful, the most useless zone in cycling. You see, here's the problem. Zone 3 feels like work. And you're telling yourself, why should I piss about in zone 2 when I've only got a limited amount of time to train and I'm not riding to get ready for any events? Well, let me correct you on that. And let me remind you that you are training for the biggest event ever, your life, fanny boys. So let's get things in perspective. You're chasing this almost tolerable pace, speed, for 90 minutes, scanning your cycle computer to check your speed just so you're faster than Davey. But all the time, you're living in a bubble period because your present intensity is far too hard for you to recover from, but it's too easy to make any adaptation. You finish rides knackered, not fitter, and that's the trap. That's the trap. It's exercise for your ego, not progress for your physiology. And the thing is, you know this. You see, you're training your fatigue system and not your fitness system. Yeah, that's a kind of nice way of looking at it. See, zone 3 can be great, so great, I use it in my own programs. It can be great for pushing up your tolerance to threshold, but you need to have the efforts at a controlled intensity and a controlled time. It's not just about getting out on your bike, avoiding a warm-up, firing up the engine, and seeing how hard you can go for 90 minutes or 2 hours. That's like you just feeding your AI cheerleader inside Strava to tell you what a winner you are, when it should be telling you what a wanker you are. Think of it as revving up a car in neutral. Loads of noise, but no movement. If you're like me, a man in his 50s, we make enough noise as it is.
Zijn die terug zullen kunnen doen.
Let's talk about the addiction. You see, zone 3, it is an addictive zone because it feels right. You sweat, you pant, you push. It feels great when you finish because that dopamine hit tells your brain you got to be progressing. But guess what? You're not. You're just teaching your body to tolerate fatigue rather than build real meaningful endurance. It's like the Netflix binge zone. You start, you can't stop, but nothing's really happening after hour 2 or 3. Look, you stay there long enough and you'll plateau faster than shitty Wi-Fi. Your heart rate will stay high. Is that you? Your legs will stay heavy. Is that you? And your recovery will just disappear. Yeah, you'll start thinking that you're getting old and you'll stop training, you'll put the bike away and you'll blame your age. It's not your age, it's just misprogrammed training. What actually works, coach? Well, let me keep it simple and talk about contrast. Contrast in all aspects of life is a winning formula. You see, if you apply zone 2 for your baseline building of your endurance, that big lever, you're going to do it slow enough that you can breathe through your nose. This is where your mitochondria are going to multiply. Biogenesis, okay? That's not some Phil Collins tribute act. It basically means you're growing more little engines inside your muscles, a bit like your bike part collection. Then there's your zone 5 for power. I mean, short, savage, heart-pumping efforts that stretch your VO2 ceiling. Because you can go harder and harder because you've removed that lingering fatigue that all those long zone 3 rides are doing. And you start to look at zone 3 not as the builder of fitness, but as the bridge between your zone 2 workouts and your zone 5. So what I'm saying is don't remove zone 3 from your training altogether, but build up a level of fitness that gives you a guarantee that you can use it meaningfully. What I mean by that is guarantee. What is that? Well, think about this. Where's your FTP at right now? And where has it been in the last 2 years? Are you close to that point? That's a good indication that you're ready for some zone 3 stuff. What about the time you spend each week in the saddle? Is it consistent? Are you able to find that sweet spot of 4 hours or 5 hours or 3 hours or 8 hours? Whatever it's at should be repeatable. You then find the extra intensity in the workouts to create the overload. Adding more time will just take you down that zone 3 wanker route. Look, midweek tempo sessions, 3 times 10 minutes, whereby you can vary the power inside your zone 3. What about climbing efforts? Yeah, you can be doing them at 80 to 90% of your FTP, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, up and down a particular climb that's close to you. The thing is, right, listen to this. This is important. I have seen in my long career in coaching that if you train correctly, you build your base engine, you apply a VO2 max strategy, and then you use zone 3 correctly, I don't think there's anyone on the planet who should not be able to do 100 kilometers at 85% of their FTP. That's pretty good going. Remember the 3 R's: recovery, repair, rebuild. Easy to remember, okay? Because your training is going to take months, years, forever. Zone 3 will sneak in and it will start to steal little bits of all 3. Yeah, your recovery, your repair and your rebuild, if you let it. So please, stop confusing tired with trained. Stop living where your mitochondria can't even pay the rent, okay? Look, why not consider booking a free consultation call? We can look at your training, we can look at your routines and your habits and actually figure out what's holding you back. And if Bulletproof is not for you, don't worry, I'll still give you a training plan that's guaranteed to help you out, move you forward. Hey, maybe you don't want a call, maybe you're ready to dive straight in. I'll give you a free 7-day trial. 7 days where you can check things out. And you can check out Stu, his win of the week, where he's turned up at a cyclocross race. Really fit, in good shape, but he gets himself injured. But he doesn't get himself defeated. Hey, look, if you've got a friend who's a little bit less tech savvy than you, send them the link for this video or send them the channel, because that's exactly what happened with members when I got the questions about the next video. Oh yes, a very important exercise you need to check out. Look, as always, keep spinning, keep smiling. I'll see you in the next video, where I may actually talk a little bit about this bike.